of Bad Dreams is home to a loathsome monster. The entrance to it is hidden in the Marshes of Awakening. Find it quickly.
Alright, if you insist. Greetings and salutations everyone. I'm Ekamac. This is Let's Play Rayman Revolution. In the last episode, we found Clark at the Mania Hills. Turns out he ate something that he needs a life potion to get better from. Other people have already pointed out how stupid that is, so I really don't need to, but I will admit that I could have done a much better job of this. I have the portal to the Marshes of Awakening. I can just jump straight in. Fairy Glade, Marshes of Awakening, right there. Now this is one slight little change that's ever so slightly irritating to me. You know how Clark said it's at the entrance to the Marshes of Awakening? That's true in most versions of the game. It's not true in the PlayStation 1 version where he'll say it's near here and it'll actually just branch off of your current level. And it's not true in this version because that's where it's supposed to be. But it isn't. We have to go through Sam's water skiing again. On the upside, this might be our chance to get more of the lums. Also, you don't have to worry about the zombie chickens if you're accelerating. Alright, that's all of them on this map. Still have 4 more to grab though. Yeah, you gotta like these little loading screen animations. No need to save. Left, right, left. Not there. Oh, but it is here. And here. Bingo. And we don't want to deal with those stupid piranhas. No cutscene with Sam this time, unfortunately. But we did come back to visit him like we said we would.
I can read your mind. You know the name of this place. You are now ready to enter the Cave of Bad Dreams. But before you come in, I must tell you something. I have hidden a precious treasure inside. You can keep it for yourself if you beat me to it. I'll give you a head start, but don't waste any time. If I catch you, I'll show you no mercy.
Oh, that's a creepy way to enter a level. And I guess if there is one small sad thing about these level screens is that they don't have the artwork. Like in Rayman 2, all of the loading screens had artwork of the level you're going into, but not here. And oh boy, Cave of Bad Dreams. Gotta be fair, I'm glad that I didn't grow up with the Legend of Zelda series because I've seen what the likes of the Spirit Temple is like. I really wouldn't be able to handle that because as a kid I couldn't handle this. For the longest time I couldn't beat Rayman 1, not Rayman 1, Rayman 2, simply because it was roadblocked by this. You can't continue the plot until you save Clark, and the only way to save Clark is to get the life potion from here. If you go back to the Mania Hills, then it just plays the cutscene of, I really need that life potion, Rayman. And this place is way too creepy. Scary. Those arms, they will insta-kill you if they grab you, so do not run past without shooting them. These platforms sink into the whatever that stuff is, so don't stay on them too long. Even if you so much as grip them by the side for a split second, it'll start them collapsing. But I think one rather interesting detail is that supplementary material, that is my manuals for both the versions of the game, excuse you. Yeah, according to them, the destruction of the heart of the world is what causes Rayman and just about everyone involved to lose their powers. Clark and Glowbox were the only people to evade capture. Glowbox because Rayman yelled at him at the last minute, "Run away quickly!" when he was being captured. And Clark because he doesn't have any magic powers gone from the heart of the world. He's just stupidly tough. So he doesn't care that magic is gone because he never used magic to destroy the pirates. I can't say that Glowbox isn't magic, but he certainly isn't as, Thankfully these guys aren't the big guy on top, they're just small versions of him. Minions, I suppose you could say. For some reason I feel like the damage that Rayman gets early on is ever so slightly out of what they were expecting you to have. Oh. Defeating all of them gives this. It's not that impressive, really. That is certainly a door. So we've got to find orbs to open the way again. And this is certainly one way to make a platform. It's part of the aesthetics, just creep. I mean, they have lines of ghosts flying out of the primordial soup, I guess? Oh yeah, there's actually a rather interesting backstory to Jano, who's the... at least I think it's Jano, it might be Janus. But yeah, Polycus. The reason Polycus went into a deep slumber is because, well, he's a reality dreamer. Whatever he dreams comes to life. And eventually he started having nightmares and they started becoming monsters. Which is kind of bad. Because nightmares tend to compound on themselves. So he had Jano he basically created the Cave of Bad Dreams to seal them all away in, and Jano to guard the front door. So it is kind of understandable that he'd be incredibly hostile to anyone causing trouble around here, but still. We don't... I guess the precious treasure he's hidden is the life potion, but... this is not the way I'm supposed to take this. I'm supposed to take it back to the switches at the front gate. You've got no idea how much faster it is in this version just to have run with load. It was everywhere, was at a snail's pace, and you had to carry some of these orbs for quite some way. Also, keep this music in mind. Whenever you fight any of the eyeball monsters that we've seen around here, that's the music that plays in the background, but sometimes they aren't nice enough to attack you from the front. Let's just say that. I'll also say that this is a lot brighter than the PC version. And not just in terms of this area, where everything's a bright purple instead of a dark something purple. I don't know what term I'd use for that, but it wasn't just there. I remember there was actually one level where I got absolutely stuck because it was so dark I couldn't tell that there was a huge pipe in the way, and Rayman just kept hitting his head on it and falling to his doom. Mind you, that's very, very late in the game, but still. That was when I was just a kid playing for the first time. I never forgot about that pipe in any other time I've tackled this game, so I'm not going to fall for it a second time. And we now get the yellow orb to the pedestal. Any second now. Also, if you hold down L2, he moves even slower. I don't know why I'd want to go slower. I just want to get this orb into place so I can move on. And now this, I guess this is supposed to show you that you can smash green crystals with your fist. Yeah, it's the walking shell again. Well, this is ever so slightly concerning. Oh boy, no one ever forgets this set piece. No one ever forgets this set piece. If the camera catches up with you, you die. Of course, you also die if you fall to your death, but I remember sometime in certain versions the game would glitch out a little bit and you'd see his teeth at the very bottom left of the screen when you're not on the slide here. A little bit of SFX failure, but still. Why on a slide? Yeah, if you get knocked back for even a bit. The PS1 has a very different voice cast for it. Got to mention that. Actually, I should have gotten the rate of fire upgrade because it clearly expects me to have a much faster rate of fire than I have at the moment. Yeah, that last corner is a trap. We aren't done yet though. Now we have a semi-boss fight, which is kind of pathetic. Wait, that was it? That was a timed red lump. You have to shoot the platforms to make them stop in the air. It just happens, so it's weird, but if the platforms collide, they'll fall out of the sky, so you don't want them to get you want them to get close enough to Rayman to jump on, but you also don't want them to get too close, otherwise you'll fall out of the sky. Perspective slightly sucks. Oh dear. I really should not have been able to make that jump, should I? Oh well. It's not... Let's be fair, the slide is definitely a far more intense battle, or rather intense part, but this kind of ever so slightly kills the pace of it a bit. Even so, this is one of those cases you've got of the boss giving you a way to advance forward, but on the other hand, it's not like he's got any... I was just saying, he's got a lot less chance of hitting me if I... He's not going to hit me with the fireballs unless I'm actively moving towards him. What is with these platforms? I guess you can tell how close they've gotten by how long it's been since he's created them. If you're having trouble with the perspective without the likes of a 3DS. And now we get close enough for him to just dig into the ground. Apparently he can't munch on us like he was when we were running full tilt from him.
Yes! Unbelievable! It's gold!
You have defeated me. My treasure is yours. Take whatever you want.
You can get an alternate bad ending if you pick the treasure right here and now. It's just a 1 second game over. It's just a few seconds of a game over screen showing Rayman having gotten fat and content on his own little desert island, but we aren't here for this treasure.
No treasure for me.
Interestingly, the PlayStation 1 version skips that entirely. It just says, I'm only here for the life potion. I don't want this treasure. But yeah, I can't pick the incorrect answer every time. This isn't crosscode. Even though Lee's been present since the first level.
You made the right decision. You deserve this. Here. This is the elixir of life. Guard it preciously.
Thanks.
You know, I forgot where I was going with this when I stopped to shut up so you could hear the cutscene. Oh! Oh dear. Oh boy, we have to tackle this sometime or so later. Yep, it's what I thought it was. This pretty little fairy has gifts for Rayman. Help baby Glowbox get to her before the pirate does. To make him run, repeatedly press X and circle one after the other as fast as you can. This is the hardest button mash I've ever played. Maybe it was just the PC good old games version of it being nasty, but I remember even before then that I struggled greatly to beat these. Probably because if you mash the same button over and over, it actually cancels it out. It has to be one after the other. I think I've lost though. What a shame. The fairy ran away when the pirate got there. Rayman gets nothing. No, I didn't want it. You can redo it as many times as you want. But honestly, if you don't get it the first time, you don't get any other benefits. I just don't like them. I can never... I lose that a lot more times than I win it.
There are no more maps here, but there's still some lumps left.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep saying that.
There are no more maps here, but they...
Anyhow, next time on Let's Play Rayman Revolution, we go back to the Mania Hills, because, once again, we have to go through the entire level for plot progression. Oh well, we'll get to save Clark, and we've seen how good he is at smashing up pirates. Only 20 pirates against
Go
him.
to the Mania Hills to give Clark the elixir.
Until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.
Huh?